Sad times, man. Sad times, bro. Like, yeah, it's peak. For all the people who wanted Yandy Monday, for all the people who were like, yeah, man, Yandy Monday, like, he is the next one up. He is the next one up. Well, guess what? The next one up has decided to choose PSG. He decided to go to PSG, man. Let me know how you feel in the comment section. And we're going to get straight into it. Peak, man. It is very peak because a lot of you have spoken for the last couple of months. And listen, I'm not saying you can't. If you like a player, you think he's going to be a really good player, you think he's going to go on to do like madnesses and stuff like that, then cool. Like, you're allowed to like that. I'm not saying do not do that, by the way. I never thought that. Do you get what I'm saying? And I feel like a team like PSG, they can afford to worry about stuff like this. Liverpool, I'm telling you, Liverpool are not in the position to be worrying about a player like Yan Diomande. They're not in that kind of position. I'm telling you, right now, the way the club is, how things are at this current moment in time, where the club is at, all of these kind of little factors, Liverpool are not there, bro. They are not there. I'm not even just talking about just finishing fifth last season. Obviously, that's a major contributing factor, but it's just more, what are you trying to do moving forward? How do things look moving forward? Excuse me. Are you what are you aiming for moving forward? Because what you're trying to do, how you're doing things, it says a lot. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And I think that's always like something that I try to look at when I'm thinking about why a player might. Obviously, there's going to be other reasons, and from what we've heard about, Yandy and Monday, I think one of the reasons was obviously joining the project. He likes the project over there at PSG. Who wouldn't? They're back to back Champions League winners. They've got the best team in the world, the best manager currently in the world, some of the best players in the world, Ballon d'Or winner in their team currently. Like, there's so much going on there. Who wouldn't want to be a part of that? And I think obviously the only argument Liverpool, I think, ever had was, well, we've got a position for you. It never felt like this is the choice that you choose for a player like you at this current moment in time. This is a choice that you choose because you're trying to win things, because you want to be one of the best players in the world, like ASAP. You want to be seen in a completely different kind of stratosphere. I think he's spoken about Ballon d'Ors and stuff like that. Like that. Let's put it to you this way here. Virgil van Dijk is one of the best we've ever seen, right? And just in terms of centre back, doesn't matter where you rate him, he's just one of the best that we've ever seen. Even he didn't win a Ballon d'Or here, right? And he probably should have, but even he was only close once. Salah, I don't even think he was ever really that close. Do you get? I'm like, it's gonna be ultra difficult for you to do that at Liverpool anyway, and just in England in general. Man City players, only Rodri recently, and again he had to be ultra. Like everything had to. It's like the stars had to align for Rodri to almost win it, kind of thing. And till now, people still debate that. Do you get what I'm trying to say? But regardless, it was Rodri. I don't ever think he was ever going to reach that level anyway, and I don't think he's going to reach that level at a PSG. If he does, it would surprise me. I'll hold my hands up, 100%. But the way I feel that some of you Liverpool fans spoke about Yan Diomande, it was almost like you felt he was going to reach that level, or that you think he's close to that level. Now I'm like, what? The guy with one season under his belt is the guy that you guys are willing to hang your hat on. And you think Liverpool should go out there and spend, obviously it's not our money, I get it, all that dumb conversation, but I'm just saying, you feel like as a fan, you can sit there and it's calm that your club is going to spend over 100 million potentially on this player who you've at best only ever seen for one season. You feel like he is that good. Listen, PSG could do that. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like I said, PSG can, like, it's just another player. They've got the money, they've got the means to be able to do so. I'm not saying Liverpool don't have the means or anything like that, but the context is different. Liverpool are a club who have lost their identity. Liverpool are a club who are still trying to find that identity. They're a club who are trying to figure out what it is they're doing moving forward. They're a club who have just come off the back of one of the shittest seasons we've seen in a very long time. They're a club who we still don't really know as to how things are going to look in a couple of seasons. They've got a lot of players who are going to be out of contract in a year or two. They've got players who have also left this summer. They've got a sporting director who allegedly might be leaving at the end of this summer. Does this sound like a club that you want to be a part of a project? It doesn't sound like that to me. It really doesn't sound like that to me. Now, to some players, it would be. Do you get what I'm saying? A Minty and all these kind of guys. Yeah, of course, bruv, they're at Brighton. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like that, this would probably be great for them. But for a player who believes he should be playing at a higher level, no matter how you rate him, I don't rate him like that. But if you do, that's fine. Yeah. So let's just take it. I'll use that as the example, right? If you feel like this is a player who can take your team to like this next new heights, you think Liverpool's the one? I'm sorry. We need to start being a bit more honest. We need to start being a bit more honest. I'm going to talk on that in a second, but let's just take a look quickly here. Don't know who this guy is, but just saw this current situation on Diomande. Says here PSG are now pushing hard and have reached an agreement. Obviously, I'm recording this evening, 28th, by the way. So by the time I drop this on the 29th, things probably will probably have changed, right? Liverpool have already submitted a package worth 100 euros, but Leipzig rejected it quickly. That amount is not enough. If Diomande leaves this summer, the total package will have to be well in excess of 100 million. There is currently no agreement between the clubs, while Leipzig are still trying to extend his contract. So listen, there's even a possibility that he may stay. Just know that he don't want to come to Liverpool. That's what we do know. He wants to go to PSG if he does go anywhere. Formal negotiations between PSG and Leipzig are already underway. I feel like by the time I drop this video, this will all be done and dusted. Like, I feel like it's just all... They'll work this out themselves. I'm going to be super honest. Big up to Klopp, by the way, because, yeah, you know what I'm saying? You did me a solid there. You did me a solid. But even just going back to what I was saying, look, it's not to diss Liverpool. It's not to say... in terms of small club, it's none of that. It's really, really none of that. It's just about understanding contextually where you are at this current moment in time. You've signed 2 players over 100 M's last season. It ain't working out at this current moment in time. Not to say it won't, but it's currently not working out. So for you to just be like, yeah, I'm going to then sign a next one, bearing in mind the next one I'm going to sign hasn't even got the credit in the bank that the other guys have got. We've got data from Averts. We've got data from an Alexander Isak, especially in this league. We have none of Yan Diomande. We've got a season and a World Cup. And let's keep it a buck, people. We weren't watching him during the season. I promise you, Leipzig games, he was not the one that I was even focusing on. It was more like a Nusa. It wasn't him. I'll tell you that much. It just wasn't him. So when I'm thinking about it, I'm just like, the way people spoke about him, I get it. Like, you like the player. And I'm not even saying he's a bad player. If he was worth like 40, 60 M's, I'd be like, yeah, you know, I'd sign him. Why not? Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, I feel like that would be a fair representation of his thing. Don't get twisted. I also think PSG are getting bumped if they sign him as well. I don't think, yeah, just because it's PSG, they're also getting bumped in this situation. But for Liverpool, I'm just like, bro, just move on to different targets, move on to different players. But don't let this become a reoccurring theme. Now, I've heard, obviously, the links with Buwadi and stuff like that. If they want him, I don't know. But again, I'm just looking at Liverpool right now, and I'm saying for where you guys are at this moment in time, and listen, Liverpool may already know this. I think this is more for the fans, right? I feel like you need to understand Liverpool are not that type of club right now. Like I said, they're not a club notorious for winning. Though that's PSG, that's Bayern Munich, that's Manchester City. Those are the kind of clubs who are notorious for winning games. At this current moment in time, Liverpool are not in that kind of realm. So what Liverpool then need to do and start thinking is players who are what fans need to start doing is start to think in their heads, well, this guy's 19. Do you think he cares that Liverpool are historically good? No, nobody cares. You're 19. I promise you, last 10 years, PSG have been the team. They've been a way better team than Liverpool have, factually. So let's start looking at things a bit more objectively, and then we'll understand why he'd rather choose a PSG over Liverpool. Then we won't be getting mad. We won't be here. Of course, you can be mad at the fact that the player has chosen another club, but we're not going to be mad at the overall kind of feeling and the context behind it. Right now, for me, if I'm looking at it, I'm thinking, wow, don't be mad. It is what it is. You tried. It didn't really work. He chose the better team. We move on. You get what I'm trying to say? Go out and sign the other players that you're looking at. I feel like that's more your level. It's more your kind of speed. And then we can move forward from there, build that up, get Liverpool back to a place of being able to continuously do whatever, and then cool. Maybe you might be in a position that Arsenal are in, which is right now, obviously, we don't know how the window's going to end, but I look at Arsenal and I say, Arsenal, great. Right now, they look like they're doing things properly. They look like they're a team who've got a brilliant squad, brilliant manager, brilliant players, and it's not changing so much. Now, obviously, the window's not done. They will sell some players, I know that. But I don't think they're going to do what Liverpool did and get rid of too many. They don't have old players sitting there in the team from yesteryear. They don't really have that. They've got a young core. Liverpool are probably trying to build that at this moment in time. So this probably will take time, where you will be in a position where PSG and Arsenal, your best players are still quite young. You're not worrying like, yeah, your best player is 32, 33. Unfortunately, when you start doing things like that, you're not leaving yourself in good stead. PSG are not doing that. Best players are not 33, not 34. That's Liverpool's best players. And you think this is going to be sustainable? Yeah. That project starts looking all fugazi, because when they leave, what happens? we ain't got no right wingers at the moment. Virgil van Dijk's only got 1 year left of his deal. And we got Leone and Xhaka. Now, I'm not saying they could turn out to be really good players. That's later, though. It's not now. You still got Virgil. You got Alisson, who's 30, whatever. Like, yeah, Liverpool, I just think that the way they do things, I've always said, like, the way that they do things is always just so weird. It's just so weird. But like I said, I don't think Liverpool are a team that's going to challenge, regardless of whether they sign Diomande or not. So signing him wasn't going to move my position of where I think they're going to finish, which you guys will find out soon when we do our predictions. But it was just more of a case of, I guess, trying to understand, like, this is just where they're at. He's chosen PSG. It is what it is. We move on. Liverpool going to sign someone anyway. Is it going to be the dream signing? Probably not. I mean, I would love Liverpool to sign Bradley Barcola, but again, he's more of a left winger. I know he can play right, but he is a left winger. So what does that now look like moving forward, kind of thing? Maybe Munoz really is going to get those starts. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So again, a lot of questions. We don't know what the answers are going to be, but let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I'm sure we're going to be speaking about this quite a lot over the next few days. So yeah, just let me know your thoughts in the comment section. And yeah, man, happy Monday, people. Happy Monday. Peace.